Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Miss Lin. It's great to have you here. Today we are going to revise percentages. We will go through a few different types of questions and revise the method. Please make sure you also do the practice questions in the end to make sure that you fully understand the method. Question number 1. We need to be able to find percentages of a number. So 15% of 371. Now you know from year 7, 100% is 371. Therefore 10% is 37.1. 5% is going to be half of that. It's 18.55. Therefore 15% of 371 is 55.65 by adding 37.1 and 18.55. This is one way of doing it. Now you also know 15% as a decimal it's 0.15. 15% of 371, you know it's 0.15 times 371, and that will give us the same answer. It's 55.65. Question 2. You also need to know how to increase a number by certain percentages. So, for example, if we want to increase a number, that means we need to increase 11% on top of 100%. That is 111%, which is 1.11. Similarly, if I want to decrease a number by 9%, then I will need to start with 100%, decrease it by 9%, so I have to take away 9%, which is 92%. That is 0.92. So you always start from 100%. Now we can check this question. Increase 311 by 11%. Now we talked about a bubble diagram. So this is your starting point and this is your end point. So you will need to set out your work like this. Now your starting point is 311. You increase it by 11%. That means you have to multiply by 1.11 and put that in your calculator. It is 345.21. However, if you wanted to decrease a number by 13%, exactly the same thing. So you will need to draw your bubble diagram. In your starting point, you know it's 379. Decrease by 13%. That means 100% take away 13%. That gives me 87%. That means I have to multiply it by 0.87. That gives me 329.73. This question is very similar. You will always start by drawing your bubble diagram. It says from 591 to 612. So 591 is in your starting point and then end point is 612. So what do I multiply to go from 591 to 612? Well, you have to multiply by 612 over 591. It says it's 1.04 to 2 decimal places. Now compare this with 1. It's 0.04 more than 1. That means it's a 4% increase because it's more than 1. If we look at this question, again, we will need to draw our bubble diagram. So the starting point is 129 and then your end point is 77. Now exactly the same thing. I have to multiply by 77 over 129. Put that in your calculator. It tells you that it is 0.60 to decimal places. Now compare this with 1. 0.60 is 0.40 less than 1. Therefore, that means it's a 40% decrease. Now let's look at this final question. You always use bubble diagram. So the question says, in the last 2 weeks of sale, prices are reduced first by 30%. Okay, so first is 100%, take away 30%. That means it's 70%, which is 0.7. Then it's reduced by 40%. That means it's then reduced by 40%, which is 60%, is 0.6. So now, if the shirt originally cost £15, that means my starting point is £15. First, it's reduced by 30%. That means I have to multiply by 0.7, which will give me £10.50. And then it's further reduced by 40%. So I will need to multiply that again by 0.6, which will give me 6.30. So this is the final sale price. And here are some questions for you to practice, making sure you always use the bubble diagram. Well done for making through to the end, especially if you have done the questions yourself. Happy learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!